So I've already tested the leading UK supermarket basic brands of mince pies. But today, luxury mince pies. We've got a few less than the first test. We've got 6. So welcome back to Dadskillz. If you've not seen the first video where I test the basic entry-level mince pies, if you like, from the leading UK supermarkets, I'll link that video down below. But in this one, each mince pie will be scored in 4 different categories out of 5. So we've got cost, look, pastry, and taste. Now, cost-wise, I've added up the total cost of all these 6 packs of mince pies and averaged them out, and we have an average cost of £2.62. Okay, let's make a start. And we're going to start with Tesco, who were the hands-down winner of the basic mince pie. So I'm excited to try this one. This is a cost of £2.25 for a pack of 6. That's 37.5p per mince pie. I've marked that as a 4 because it's below the average cost of all these lot of mince pies. So I quite like the look, and these are called crumble-topped mince pies. So they've deconstructed it. It looks fine. I'm going to give it a 4. Pastry looks maybe like it could be a bit thick. It looks all right. I'm going to give it a 3. Average. Taste. Very odd. Bear with. It's quite a funny texture when you eat into that pastry. The bottom is quite hard and crunchy. That's very odd. It's certainly a good mix of pastry to mixture. I've got to have another bite and see. Bang average. For something that's meant to be luxury, I'd want a bit more taste of alcohol in the end there, some brandy or something. It's just bang average. I'm actually going to give it a 2. Disappointing. Asda. £2.25 again. So because it was below the average, you got 4. 37.5p each. Look-wise, yeah, it's all right. They have tried with the Christmas decoration, but nothing to write home about. I'm going to go 3. Pastry. It's thin on top, but the actual case there at the bottom is pretty thick. I'm going to actually taste it before I mark the pastry. Oh, wow.
Eventually.
Okay, so after a short interlude to wash this down, Asda, particularly doughy, and I gave the pastry a 1. And then taste-wise, it's just not even as satisfying as some of the basic branded mince pies. So I'm going to give it a 2. Very disappointing. Okay, next. Now I'm excited for this one, Waitrose. Now this is very expensive. £3.50 to be exact. And that is 58.3 pence per mince pie. Wow. We're luxury now. So does it look luxury? No, I don't think it does. I'm going to give it a 2 for looks. Okay, pastry. Well, it looks thin. Again, I'm going to mark this after I've tasted it, I think. Yeah, it's all right. It's nice and thin. It's nice and thin. So I'm actually going to go above average on that. I'll give that a 4. Taste-wise, it's all right. It's what you'd expect for a luxury mince pie. Nice bit of filling in there, nice depth. It's weighty, there's a lot of weight in there. The sugar on the short crust on top. Yeah, it's what you'd expect. I'm going to give it a 3. Okay, so next is Aldi. And I sent my wife off to buy these. And she bought the basic brand, and then this is the kind of, is this the next level up? Not sure. Is this a mince pie? Not really. I'm not a massive fan of almonds on the things. I've only got to the stage right now 2 things in the same bowl together. Interesting. They're very weighty, and at £2.49, they are below average in cost for a luxury mince pie. So I've given it a 4. 41.5 pence each. The look, it looks nothing like a mince pie. It's getting a 2. So the taste of the Aldi minced tart. It's crunchy. It's got quite a nice texture in your mouth, but it's doughy. Just personal preference. I don't particularly like that. So pastry is going to get a 1 because it's not really pastry. And I wouldn't eat another one of those. I'm going to give it a 1 as well on taste. No, thank you. Next up, Sano's. Sainsbury. £2.25 for 6.37.5. We've got quite a pretty looking thing, Christmassy. Is that average or above average? I'm going to give that a 4 actually. I think that's just above average. It's quite nice. Pastry. Again, I'm going to score this after I've tasted it. Okay, so pastry-wise, that's pretty nice and thin, isn't it? I'm going to go a 4 on that. And then taste-wise, it's all right. There seems to be a nice mix to pastry. There's a bit of a alcoholic smell rather than aftertaste. It's all right. I'm going to give it a 3. Okay, so I'm expecting good things in the last one. Hopefully, this is the M&S. This was £3 for 6. That's 50p each. Only beaten, obviously, by the Waitrose ones. So value-wise, I've given that a 2. The look, it's all right, although the pastry seems to be burnt on the ends, and they all look like that. So I'm going to give it a 3, average. Pastry, it looks really thin. I will mark that after I've tasted it. Interesting. So pastry is nice and thin. There's not enough sugar on the top, really, to give it the sweetness I wanted. So I'm going to mark the pastry average again. Now, taste-wise, can you see there's a great big cavity in there? So when you bite into it, you think it's going to be full, and it's not. 3. So the results are in, and we have a very clear winner, and we have a couple of very clear losers. At the bottom, we've got Aldi, just with 8 points, and I'm not a massive fan of that one, so I won't be going back to try that. And sadly, I wanted Waitrose to do a lot better than this, because I thought it was going to be a really nice mince pie, but it got 10. Same score as Asda. Then we've got the middle ground. We've got M&S on 11, Tesco on 13, and Sainsbury's was my winner overall with 15. So we've got our overall winner of Sainsbury's with a score of 15, and it's probably best value as well. If you were to pick a luxury mince pie, the Sainsbury's one, pretty good. Now, to my pick for the winner. Which one would I pick? Well, I picked none of them. I would go to the winner of the basic mince pie, and that would be Tesco mince pie. £1.09 for 6. Beats anything I've tasted, hands down, to be honest. So that's a bit of a surprise. That's it from Dadskillz today. I've managed to munch my way through another 6 mince pies, and I can honestly say I'm getting a bit sick of them now. Let me know in the comments, which one do you buy, or do you make your own? I'd love to know. But until the next time, I'll see you again. Cheers.